Okay, so now we are asked to evaluate the following expression where there are two variables, x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 6, and we have a somewhat complex looking expression that we need to solve. So what we are asked to do is basically plug in the values of x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 6 in this expression, this f of xy, and find out the final value. So the way to solve these problems, by the way, so there is a mechanical way of solving this. This does not require much thought really, but it requires practice. So if you are interested in learning or mastering this skill, then I would recommend you to practice and practice. There is no way to do this otherwise. So we approach this basically by solving the brackets inside out. So this is an important thing to remember. So if you forget everything else and want to remember just one thing, so note, I'll write this down here. Simplify the brackets inside out. Inside out. That means solve the innermost bracket first and then solve the subsequent outer brackets and so on. So let's see what I mean by this. So let's call this expression 1. This is expression 2 and this is expression 3. These three expressions are for our convenience, that they are just separated by plus or minus operators. These are the low priority operators, so that if we can evaluate 1 and 2 and 3 separately, then we can just add and subtract them. There are no more brackets, no more multiplications or divisions, and then we can add and subtract to solve the final solve for the final number. Just for completeness, I am mentioning it here, the operator precedence. Let me write this down and then we'll talk about what it is. What is operator precedence? What does this mean before I explain what this is? So when multiple operators are given without any brackets between them, then in which order do we solve them? So suppose I'm given an expression like this, 3 plus 4 times 5. What is the value of this expression? The operator precedence says that we need to evaluate division and multiplication left to right. Separately, addition and subtraction should be solved left to right, and division and multiplication before addition and subtraction. So that's what we mean by operator precedence, that we need to solve this multiplication first before we can solve anything else. So this is 20. So this whole thing is 23. It is not 7 plus 3, rather it is not 3 plus 4, it's 7 times 5 is 35. That's not how this expression is evaluated. We need to evaluate using the operator precedence in this and all other examples. So let's go step by step here. So our expression 1 here is just 2x, which is 2 times 5, which is 10. That was straightforward. If there is no operator between a number and another variable, or between two variables, or between two brackets, we understand that it is a multiplication. Let me write this down. No operator between this 2 and x implies there is a multiplication. Multiplication is a special operator. It's if there is no operator specified between two constants, or rather two variables, or a constant and a variable, then it is always multiplication. So okay, now let's talk about the meat of the problem, which is the complex looking second expression. Expression 2 is, let's write this down carefully, 3y minus 4x minus y by 2 minus 2x square minus 4. It looks complex, but it's doable, and let's see. So as usual, solve from inside out. This is the innermost expression. What is y divided by 2? Y is 6, so y divided by 2 is 3 minus 2x, x is 5, 2x is 10, 10 square, which is 7 square is 49. So our expression is equal to 3y, which is y is 6, so 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 6 minus 4x, 4 times 5 minus, we evaluated the innermost bracket, 49 minus 4, which is 18 minus 20 minus 49 minus 4. So as usual, let's solve the brackets first. So what is this? 20 minus 49 minus 4 is 20 minus 49 is minus 29, minus 4 is minus 33. So we have this 18 minus 33. So minus of minus is plus, double negation is positive. Double negation is addition. So we have this 18 plus 33, which is 51. So that is the value of the second expression. And the third one is x plus y by 3 times 4 minus y. Let's see. X plus y by 3 times 4 minus y, which is 5 plus y divided by 3, 6 divided by 3 is 2, times 4 minus 6, which is 7 times minus 2, which is minus 14. So now we have solved the three expressions separately. The first one evaluates to 10, the second one evaluates to 51, and the third one evaluates to minus 14. So let's plug this whole thing together. We have expression 1 minus expression 2 plus expression 3. So final solution is equal to expression 1 minus expression 2 minus expression 3, which is 10 minus, what was it, 51. Was it minus 3 or plus 3 expression? Plus. Okay, it was this, plus minus 14. Plus minus 14 is just minus 14, which is 10 minus 51 minus 14. 10 minus 51 is minus 41, minus 14 is minus 55. So that's how we approach these problems. It's, as I mentioned, this does not require much thought really. It's a mechanical way of solving these expressions, but we have to be careful. We cannot just do this from left to right as is. We need to respect the operator precedence. So brackets come first, then the operator precedence, then you go from left to right, and you go from inside out for each expression, so that you evaluate the innermost bracket first, and then next bracket and next bracket, and finally you solve this. As you might have guessed, so this particular problem is not that important as the method of solving it. So that's what we are doing. We want to understand the method of solving such problems in general. So given more complex expressions or more variables, this is the same. You need to practice to solve these without much trouble. All right, thank you.